Alright, this is going to be the magic ring. So this is the way I started here. You just put your yarn on your first two fingers and I hold it with my thumb. And then I wrap around and then I cross over. And then I hold it with my ring finger there. And I take my hook and I just put it underneath this. And I grab this and I pull it through. Well, pull it through and I kind of twist it. And then I grab this and I bring it back through. And that is the magic ring. Now I like to hold it like this. I take my pinky finger and I like to put my thumb on it. And then I just kind of bring it around like that. And then I hold the magic ring. And this helps give me tension. I have it over my pointer finger here. And that gives me tension. So you're going to do 13 single crochets. So I'll pull up a loop. And pull through both loops. Go through the magic ring. Pull up a loop. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Alright, so there's 13. Now, you will slip stitch into this very first. So you put your hook through that very first single crochet. And then you'll slip stitch there. Alright, and then you'll chain 2. 1, 2. Now, if you need to mark this, you can. Because what you're going to do is you're going to go right back into that same. And you're going to double crochet. Alright, then you're going to double crochet again. Into that same one. So there's 3. Alright, and then you're gonna chain 1 and then go right back in there. So this is what it's looking like right now. And then you're going to go right back in there again. So there's 2 double crochets. So you got 5 total in that same one. And then you'll go back in there again. And it does kind of get tight. It does get tight. Alright, so there is 6 into that first one. What this does is this gives you a corner it makes like a corner. You can't see it right now, but that's the corner of your square. All right, and you're gonna chain one, but then you're gonna skip two. So 1, 2, and then you'll be in this third one here. So you're gonna go into that third one, and you're gonna double crochet 3. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna go back in there. You're gonna do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And so this is the starting of your granny square. This is what it's going to look like. You got 6 here and 6 here. Alright, so we got the first part of the 6. This is the 6. That makes kind of like a half square or a corner. Now when you get these 6 double crochets, again, you'll chain your 1, and you want to skip your 2. So it's kind of hard to see on this real fuzzy yarn, but have to go by feel. 1, 2, and then 3. So we're going to do 3 more double crochets. Go back in that same hole. 2. Same hole. 3. Chain 1. So you chain in between the 3. Same hole. Hole should be a little widened out now so you can really feel it. 1. Hole. 2. And then same hole for your third double crochet. Alright, and then you'll chain 1 again. Alright, and now you see you've almost got a square made. So you got this corner, and that corner. Okay, again, you're going to skip 2. You have to go by feel. 1, 2, 3. Crochet. Sorry for moving around so much. It's hard to do this and try to get it to where y'all can see it. Chain 1 in between your 3. I'll do 3 more. Same hole. 3 more double crochets in that same hole. Ooh. This yarn is very squeaky. Alright. Now that you've got that part, you'll find your very first top, very first single crochet here that you did, or it's not single crochet, I guess it's your chain two that you did, and you'll just yeah, slip stitch into it. All right, and then you got your square. Let's look at it. Got your square here. This is what your square looks like. There you go. Now, I went ahead and I crocheted the top portion. You got your 6, your 12, your 18, your 24, and your 30. So I did 5 rows. And what you're going to do now is you got to crochet the granny square onto the top. So this is very, very difficult for some, but what I do is I leave this alone. You're just going to go into we're going into the very first front loop right after where you left off at, and you won't mess with this. You'll just leave this part alone. So we're going to be working in the front loop only of this round. Okay? But because your granny square is 32 and your body is 30, you've got to decrease this down to 30, because that way it's all the same amount of stitches. Now this looks different because it's square. So I do give the option, if you want to sew this on after, you can. But a lot of people don't like sewing. So what we have to do is decrease the granny square. So it's just the first one that you'll be decreasing. All right. And then you'll go through this front loop. This first one is the hardest. This is the hardest stitch you'll do. Now you're working in the granny square color, okay? So you just pull up a loop, pull it through there, and then you pull it through here, and then you should have 3 loops because you're decreasing. Alright, that's your hardest one. Now, you're going through both. You're going through both loops of the granny square, but you're only going through the front loop of your turtle top, which would originally be the shell, but the granny square is going to be the shell. And you're just gonna crochet all the way around it, just going through the front loop. We're not going through the back loop. We're just going through this front loop. If you'll look here, there's 2 loops. You got your front. Whoop, if I can get it up through there, y'all. I'm sorry. Got your front loop, and then you got your back loop here. We're just going to be going through the front loop. And you'll do that all all the way around. I'll meet y'all back when we get there. Okay, so on this last stitch here, you have to be really careful because you don't want to pull this apart here. This is where you left off, but you're going to go ahead and, okay. Just kind of hold your stitch marker away so you can get that last stitch done. Now, when you get to this part right here, this is what it'll look like. Your granny square is completely crocheted onto the top portion of your body. Now, it'll be really thick, it'll be really puffy, but now what you're gonna do is you're gonna finish off the granny square because you're not gonna use it anymore. So we can take and we can cut it off. You want to leave a little bit to be able to weave in, but you don't need the granny square body color anymore. So now you're going to be working. You can go ahead and pull the rest of this out and just weave it into this granny square here. And now you're going to be working in your main body color, these back loops. And that's why I said mark the back loops, because you're going to be working all the way around on the back loops. So, and it's just 30 all the way around on the back loops. And so you can leave your stitch marker in place, and that way you can see here. But you're just going to work all the way around, and then you'll finish the instructions for the body. And I hope that this video is helpful, and I hope your granny square turtle gets to looking super cute.